I have always said that cooking is a creative process, and as such you're really free to do as you wish. If this is your first time cooking or you're trying to teach your kids how to cook, I strongly suggest that you start off with a packaged meal. So let's get started. I chose this particular package because it's concise, the instructions are clear, and even though it is not overly easy, it is simple enough to get going and to get a product. This happens to be macaroni and cheese. And as I said, it is really not that complicated. First of all, I did check the package on the labeling. And even though it does have some stuff that I would not use ordinarily, I noticed that the coloring is paprika and annatto, two natural ingredients as opposed to dyes and chemicals. And let's face it, macaroni and cheese is good. Okay, I did as the package suggested, boiling water. I added the macaroni and allowed it to cook for some 7 minutes or so. Now, while the macaroni is cooking, you may want to go over the package again to make sure that you're doing as the package says, whether it's this package or some other package. It just so happened that with this package, it called for some melted butter, real butter. That's fine. So I put the required amount of butter into a saucepan and melted it. Now, here, again, you may want to check the package to make sure that you're following the instructions. It calls for added milk, and I added the milk, and you want to keep an eye on this because whenever you add milk or you're cooking milk, the milk will almost always try to get to the top, rise to the top. So keep an eye on it and be prepared for the next evolution. It just so happened that the next evolution, according to the package now, was to add other stuff, such as we want to add the cheese sauce and seasoning, which is fine. Again, once you read the package, be prepared to do this because the milk is going to rise to the top. The one thing you're going to learn as you cook is that you could have done better with your own creative process. Okay, so while the cheese sauce was simmering, you checked the noodles. It's been 7 minutes after all, and they're done. So the noodles are done. The cheese sauce is almost melted, almost done. So you're prepared to go on to the next step. Now, again, the one thing you're going to learn is that it's not as difficult as you thought it's going to be, and that you can do better in time with your own ingredients. Okay, so the cooked noodles, we drained the noodles, and we drained the water off the noodles, I should say, and then we added the noodles to our baking dish. Once we did that, then the next evolution, we added the sauce. Now, this is the sauce with the cheese and the seasoning mixed together. We added it all together and we added it to the noodles. Mix it well. Mix it well, because the cheese is going to cover every single bit of that noodles. As it happened, the recipe also called for breadcrumbs on top, and then once that was done, in the oven it went at approximately 425 degrees for the required time on the package. Now you want to check the package. Did you boil the noodles? Yes, you did. Did you melt the cheese sauce with the seasoning? Yes, you did. Did you add it and stir on a low heat until it was blended? Yes, you did. So, pat yourself on the back. You did a great job. And what you have done, you have created a meal. There it is. Voila. You did a fantastic job.